out there getting set. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Motion from the offense. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Finds his target down the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They're going to throw it again. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Wide out in motion. Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And let's coming into this one, They were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
It's first down from the 11. Wide receiver shows motion. The give. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Slams it ahead. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution, running and throwing the football? Wow.
And he added the extra point. And we're all square as he sets to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Clemson is quick to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. With the catch, it's Turner. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Maffa. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires it. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Fair catch called for and made. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He slings it deep to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll line up for a second down play. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Finds him out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. He'll come out throwing on first down. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right slot.
Back to pass, it's Reed. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Trucks through the defender. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. He leaves it with his back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on 3rd down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
Finds his man. It's Smith. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
To the air, it's Reed. He's got it. It's a catch along the sideline. Didn't need much, but got enough.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Back to throw, it's Reed. They'll run the screen. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Aggies! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Because that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throwing right. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Takes the handoff. It's Maffa. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
21, Texas A&M, 17.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick this one.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. To the air, it's Reed. Using the quick game. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
We got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Got it behind the line. It's Allen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Caught in the backfield. It's Campbell. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
A run for the quarterback.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Throws to the wideout. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the first down if he could have stayed in the field of play.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Between the uprights, it's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to the Sharks. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's a first down for the offense.
A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Maffa. Turns it on in midfield. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, I have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Reed. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Smith takes the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Williams. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Fair catch called for and made. A first down for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Red pass, it's complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. The play action fake. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Allen. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just...
The expressway is wide open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this, this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, quarterback had exactly what he wanted there. He had his big fella work in the middle of the field. You thought that was going to be an easy pitch and catch? Not so much. It's a mental error by the tight end. They got to clean that up.
On third down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Looking for a man, it's Reed. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
3rd and short now from their own 48. He's looking to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Going up top on 1st down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They keep attacking through the air. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking for the score! And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air, it's Klubnik. Sends it downfield. He's got it on the left. Can anyone catch him? At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. The Super Frog was flexing all game too. As complete a win as they've had for some time. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like gonna let it fly. And they almost had a connection on the long pass, but the receiver couldn't make the grab in bounds.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Back open in the middle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Allen. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. A&M comes back out with another first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Dropping back, it's Reed. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Takes it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Power ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Got it in the middle. It's more. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Clemson jumps to the line. He's going to pass. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Texas A&M, 27.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. After this, it'll be a wrap. Comes out throwing on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An